camera black, cause like I can do that. I'm smoking.
All right. Don't worry. I'm sure you're not the only one on Twitch that has ever done that.
Oh, I know. It's just I don't want anyone to, get their channel banned. Like I'll lean to the side or turn off the camera or whatever for a second. Because
The mystery. Nobody ever knows that I'm smoking.
Benefit number 2 of being mysterious.
Because he's always smoking.
I just have fruit snacks.
Yes!
Oh, you left that open.
Oh, that reminds me. I don't know where I set them. When I was at Hot Topic, they had...
Feel free to sponsor me.
Hold up.
They had-
Nerdy, did you change your hair? I noticed. See? That's how you can tell I'm a husband. I noticed that shit.
That's really fucking cute.
Thank you.
That is cute.
Why are you trying to look better than me on my own stream? God.
You ain't trying.
Oh, did you
Jeez.
hear
Oh,
that
shit,
Twitch is
shit.
taking
There's
away
no
hosting
effort.
from us?
Hosting taking away what?
Hosting.
Fuck that. That's dumb.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, something happened.
Oh, how time flies.
Nimue, 8 months. Proud of you.
8
Ooh.
months.
Alright.
That's amazing.
Crash, that's right. Only 4 days. Yep. For those that don't know, I got a fundraiser coming up on Saturday.
Ooh.
And I can't wait. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And I'm going to be DMing for a whole lot of new people. I just printed off like a shit ton of pre-made character sheets.
Nice.
And as I did that, I'm like, ooh, I hope these are simple enough to understand. Maybe not. We'll find out. I'm usually kind of good at explaining shit, so it should be okay. Should be.
It'll
Should
be
be the
fine.
operative.
You'll be fine.
We'll find out. But we are jumping in tonight to the Curse of Strahd from Barovia with Love, or so it is called. Where we last left off, the party had a little run-in with the Strahd man, and it went a certain way. And you guys were successful in getting the now past burgomaster to be interred in his grave. Now returning back into the church, resting up, you heard a loud voice scream, "Father, I'm hungry." And that is where we left off. You guys would notice Donovich cringes at that. Whoever wishes to roll insight. It is Dungeon Daddy tonight. That's
25.
It's Dungeon Daddy tonight?
22.
Alright. Moment.
Nat 20 for
Yeah,
26.
moment, please.
Shit.
You said insight?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Is that how tonight's gonna go? All right. Did anybody get below 20?
Yes.
We'll cast False Life.
Two.
To top off.
I told him a 19 is my first roll of the night.
Fair enough.
I rolled an 18, so if that's how it's going, I'm not going to complain.
We're using the good rolls now.
Yeah. Use them
Crap.
now.
Right.
Look.
Real quick,
It's my first
Dustin.
D&D session of the week because my other two D&D games got canceled this week. So.
Aw.
We got time to make up
Hilton
for.
Beard said that you are quiet compared to everybody else.
I
Dustin.
know. I'm trying to talk louder.
Okay.
I need to get a new mic or something.
Can you
This
not
isn't
change?
doing good
just
enough for me.
turn. In
It-
OBS,
it's
you can do
maxed.
the desktop. No, you can turn us down, the desktop volume down,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so you can balance
I
it
tried.
out.
We'll see if that does any better. Anyway, yeah, all of you notice Donovich, as he cringes from that. He also looks quite saddened by it, like genuinely heartbroken when he hears that. Let me put you guys back in the church here.
Take me.
Yay, church! Yay, religious trauma!
Hey, we're all about that here.
Oh, that feels familiar.
Yep. Yeah. You all find yourselves in the church, and you, like I said, you see genuine pain on his face.
What is it? And must it die?
He looks at you with an extraordinarily sad face. Roll persuasion.
Just as where is my persuasion? Is +2, so 18.
18. You see, when you say "must it die," he like gets defensive for a moment, and that doesn't entirely leave him, but you also see just fucking defeat on this man's face. That is my son. Not long ago, a man came through here and raised an army of would-be hopefuls and ideological young people who didn't know any better. They marched on the castle Ravenloft. Almost none returned, and the ones that did weren't themselves anymore. My son was one such being. I have kept him locked up since then. I've managed to keep him from harming anyone, and I plan to keep it that way until I can find a way to heal him of his ailment.
It's
I'm
commendable
sorry.
of you.
He
So what
nods.
if you don't find a way to heal him of his ailment? What happens when you pass?
I don't have that option. I must succeed. That is all there is
How
to
close are you to succeeding?
it. Well, as you can no doubt tell, I've prayed until my voice is nearly gone. And as far as anyone can tell, it's has not changed a thing. So I plan to look upon other methods. I need to study, learn as much as I can, and hopefully find a cure. How I'm going to do that, I have almost no idea. But what kind of father would I be if I did not try? Just then, hear
Your mic
banging
peaked.
and smashing on the walls of wood splintering. Donovitz cringes again.
What is your son hungry for?
Blood.
I do believe we could calm him for the evening, perhaps?
And how would you do that?
If you bring me a chalice of wine, I will show you a magic trick.
He looks skeptical.
Bristles a little bit. Like, what?
But he does go over to the altar there and bring out an old chalice. And you could tell, pretty much empty bottle of wine. But he does pull it out and fill about halfway and bring it to you.
That is all I need.
As you reach, he kind of pulls back a little. If you harm him in any way, I won't rest until you regret it. And he holds it
That
back
is
out.
fair. Take it in.
What are you doing?
Have a plan. Take the
Yeah,
chalice.
that's what I don't like about this, Shane.
You hear a
Left
room
hand.
full of face palms.
Shane. Please explain, because we love you dearly. But you have a history of making not the wisest decision.
That's true, but that is par for the course with this particular party. I can show you a magic trick in which I turn wine to blood.
Irina chimes in. I mean, I do believe the group motto is Shane No.
I'll see she picks up on it very quickly.
And the punching in the
got it.
face, it's like she's one of us.
I bet you
Avi
are.
walks right up into Shane's face and is like, "What are you doing?"
Watch. Ready? I'll show you the first half. Ready? Take the wine.
He gives you the
I
wine.
chug the wine. Chug the wine. Is the most mediocre wine
Much.
I've ever tasted.
It's
But don't tell him that.
not awesome.
It's grungy. And that's okay. That's okay.
Is Shane
Then
gonna
I put
cut himself and just
the
fill
goblet
chalice?
down.
Draven
Nice
walks
summon.
outside.
Good idea.
Thank you, Draven. I summon my packed weapon in the form of a dagger. I grab hold of the blade. Pull it out. I put my hand for the chalice.
He grabs your wrist.
Irina leans over to Vive. There's almost nothing magical about that. What?
No, he's just an idiot.
he
I
just-
don't know what to tell you. He just
I mean, any one
decided
of
to
us
do
could
this,
have-
called it a magic trick.
But
We could have all just taken some wine and bled out into a cup. Like, what is
Oh.
different about this?
Avi is death gripping his wrist right now.
Ira just
What
walks
are
up
you
behind
doing?
Shane and just like smacks him on the back of the head. Shane,
What's different,
No.
love, is that this is costing me no energy. These are all temporary.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Roll a d6. As I
Five.
drink from my Dungeon Daddy mug.
Look,
Five.
I see your
You-
dungeon, Daddy, and raise you Kirby.
You lose 5 hit points, and the chalice fills pretty well.
That
Donovitch
suffice, Father?
takes the cup back and very solemnly, I don't know how I can thank you for this. If there ever comes a time where you need me, you need only ask. And he heads into another room. Draven, did you shut the door on your way out?
Yeah, I just left it so they could still see the characters.
No, fair, yeah. But I just wanted to make sure.
He has
and
grabbed
goes,
like a scrap piece of cloth and is just like wrapping it around his. Did you slit your hand? Is that what it was?
Mm.
Like the typical like slice your palm thing.
Supernatural style.
Yeah, supernatural style.
As-
Look, I
Yeah.
can't really say anything because I've done this exact same thing. Not like in this way, but like the cutting of the palm for shit in Bros and Dragons as my rogue cleric. So, and they coincidentally
Are
also
you
happen to be
concerned that you did
changelings.
that in real life?
Yeah, I was real concerned. Also, that's a
No.
horrible thing to do in real life, because if you realize the thing you need for a good scab to deal with itself is the ability of things to stay flat, and in the most curving, continuous
Cutting your
movement
hand
part of your
sucks like
body, it's
fucking
so
hell.
dumb. It's
Look.
so dumb.
My leg just healed up from
Oh yeah,
the wipeout.
I forgot about
So-
that shit.
I'm aware.
So Avi
No, I have
wraps,
never done that to
wraps
my
some
hand.
like gauze around Shane's hand and is just fucking staring him down.
Thank you, mate. And as she does that, once it's covered, I stitch it up inside.
Fair.
Thank you, mate. It's lovely.
It's maybe only about 5 minutes max before Donovich finally comes back upstairs. Now then, I believe it's time for you all to get ready for a journey, is it not? He goes into this other room here for a moment and comes back out. And to you, Shane, he hands you a small sack with coins. He says, this should be enough to get you a small cart and horses.
Someone else want to hold this?
I will take it.
I'll. Okay.
The last one? Okay.
Everyone moves in.
Everyone moves in a grab. Oh, gold?
Too
Yeah,
bad
sure.
Draven's outside.
Yeah.
Lily's
Draven.
been
Well, if he
waiting
pays
on-
Vive, he made the deal.
Draven, real quick. Roll a perception check. Yeah, let me see what you roll.
If I can.
16. You
Probably ought to.
more sense than you do hear or smell anything. But you sense a great feeling of satisfaction from below the church. And you hear a word. Only you. Finally. And the satisfaction grows. But not long after that, your party does exit. And you're no worse for the wear currently. Ismark says we can head over to the mercantile down the road, where we can purchase some provisions. Irina, if you'd like to go to the house, get what you need, what you can. It'll be not a long journey, but traveling anywhere in these lands is dangerous enough. You know this. She nods. She goes, I'd rather not go alone. And she looks over the party.
Who does she look at? Particular. We have a poll, remember?
We must know.
She looks over. Draven, if you wouldn't mind coming with me.
What do you need?
more things to carry than just one person. Also, walking around this town alone is less than ideal.
All right.
As she walks away, she looks back at the party and keeps walking. Before too long, we'll go ahead and do the mercantile team first. As you go in. Whoop. Where is thingamathing? The sparse light from the building spills out from behind drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Bill Drath's Mercantile. Inside, you see a kind of portly, balding man who's like got the comb over thing going, hiding that he's balding not very successfully. And looks up. Welcome. So glad to see new faces. What can I do for you today?
Sell us stuff.
Well, you definitely came to the right place for that. Well, what all are you looking for? Taking a look around, the shop seems to have most like general store stuff, food and whatnot, as well as there is like an area of like adventuring gear almost. Like some climbing gear. There is like an empty chest. There is like some arrows, quivers, stuff like that. Yeah. Adventuring gear. No.
If I may note, Lily's gonna stay outside of the store. A, kind of keep watch, and B, she's covered in blood, and that might be a little unsettling.
There
So
is
just like-
that. Yeah, I
So
forgot
she's
about that.
she's
Fair
gonna
point.
stay outside.
I forgot about that. By the way, nifty thing,
Can't hear
you're
Lily.
still in your star form.
Wait, no, I dropped it. I tried to drop it, and it
Oh,
fell
that's right,
off like
you did drop it.
cracked.
Sorry, you dropped it and it cracked away.
Rumble.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Don't mind my brain. Don't worry about it.
You're fine.
As you
But now I'm
everyone
thinking
hear-
what that means.
Can everyone hear Lily? Because I can't.
yeah.
Oh.
Try dropping out and coming back in. Discord is weird sometimes. Oh, I'm gonna
Shane
be mad
is
if
the
I gotta
drama.
change around the cameras. Fuck, I gotta
Shane
change around all the
can
too.
cameras.
Shane can tune
Oh.
me out, but I can't tune Shane out. Darn.
Right?
Oh, how dare.
Is this a thing from the thing?
I gotta
I can
change
choose
all
who I
the
can hear.
rooms.
This is unacceptable.
Can you hear me now, Shane?
Look,
So much better.
Okay.
I don't think you should change my name because I'm way cooler on this stream all of a sudden. Just by having the name Draven under my face, that I just feel cooler.
Too late.
look, I didn't.
Your
I
storyline is
somehow didn't move.
Yeah, you didn't move at all. I do want to switch to the other one real quick too, because I'm sure I have to.
Well,
Switch
usually,
stuff around here.
usually what happens is I'm the person that gets cut in half.
Yeah.
So I'm like, which frame should I be on?
There we go. But Lily, as you stay outside, go ahead and roll a perception check to kind of keep an eye.
And just because it's headcanon while I'm rolling this, she was like leaning heavily on Vive for a long time. That's a nat 1, sir.
Everything is completely clear. It is 100% safe in this town.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect.
Um,
As safe as we've ever been.
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
As you guys are in the building, 7 vampires just walk right in, right past Lily, and start killing all of you.
Wait, but she's okay? But she's okay. Nah, it's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
This will
Thanks,
cause a
Vive.
problem.
Yeah. Seems clear. As for everyone else in there, is there anything special anybody wants to buy or needs to or wants to look for?
Healing potions.
Yes.
Let's
please.
see. And he walks over to a corner and pulls out a small box and puts it there. Like blows off like a shit ton of dust. Opens it. And he goes, yes, I do have a few. Let's see. These ones are 150 gold each, and there's 4 of them.
How much did... We didn't count how much Donovich gave us, did we?
No, that is just enough to buy a cart and horses, though.
Oh.
A cart and a horse.
I have
15 gold.
because I bought a trident.
Yes.
Right.
You guys have anything to sell? Didn't somebody get a bunch of jewelry and shit from the house?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of jewelry and shit from the house.
Yeah, you can sell it.
I
if you want.
actually, yeah, that's right. I do have that. I will kind of poke through my bag and pull it out.
It looks a lot older than it originally looked. A bit more tarnished than you originally saw it, but still worth money.
Is this worth anything to you?
He goes over and takes it and pulls out a little tiny magnifying glass thing. Takes a look at them. Did you write down how much that was? Doesn't matter. I got it right here. There is the jewelry box. Itself is made of silver and with silver and gold filigree. Words are hard.
English.
Okay, and it contained 3 gold rings and a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant. He goes, I'll give you 300 gold for the lot.
315. And the small box. It can be okay, but also with the small box. Like it can be wood or cardboard or whatever you got.
Deal.
Okay.
Would I interest you, perhaps, in a house? A bit of a fixer-upper. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but it's unoccupied.
Ira just slaps the back of Shane's head.
It's the last 3 temporary injuries I could take.
Max again.
False life.
Survive, you get 300 gold. As well as you do get a small
Excuse
box.
you, I get 310 and a box.
Sorry.
And a book.
It is a box. He hands
All
you
I need is a
basically
box.
a
Made
wooden
from-
cube.
Okay.
A wooden cube. That's maybe that big.
Okay. Well, I would like to purchase one of the healing potions, and then I would like to look at the group and go, okay, so do we need I don't know how long we're going to be gone or how long we're do we need like food? Does everybody got what they need or no?
Ismark says, I have some gold. I'll cover the provisions for this trip. It's the least I can do.
Wasn't kidding about the house.
Ira slaps the back of his head again.
Bildrath actually walks up. What house?
It belonged to a let me see. I pull out the
Ira
deed.
covers Shane's mouth.
Do we really want to walk around with that in our pocket?
Miss, we're working on a deal here.
Shame. No.
All right. I'll get back to you, Bill.
Fair enough.
Okay.
How
Ismark.
tall is Shane again?
Depends on the time of day.
Usually.
On average, 5'10".
Okay.
Ismark hands over the money from Donovich as well as some other money, and goes around the back to go grab the cart and everything. Is there anything else anybody would like to look for? By yes, no.
Ira's going to look to the rest of the party, and pull out the chain shirt, and ask if anyone's. Does anyone want to use this before I sell it?
I mean, I kind of at the moment don't have armor.
Passes it to 5.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, just been hanging on to that.
I had asked then. It
That's
was
true.
not taken.
It's same kind of thing. It looks a bit more tarnished than what you remember seeing it, but an oil bath later today or tonight, it'll be all right. It's still serviceable.
So suddenly we're okay with things from the house.
This came from the house?
It came from the
I
basement.
thought it was just something she had.
I mean,
Oh.
if anyone would just have a chain shirt hanging out in their backpack, let's be real, it was probably Ira.
Yeah, it's true.
Not before Draven. Draven could also.
I just need to call attention to the
Raven
fact
isn't
that
there.
That's true.
I just need to,
Raven occupied.
Speaking
I
of
just need to
Draven.
say that we now have a satyr wearing a chain shirt and still no pants.
And a
I
colorful
have
cloak.
my
She's
beautiful
Donald
cloak.
Duck in this shit.
I have my beautiful cloak. I have kind of like a sarong type situation and a chain shirt. That's what I got.
He's wearing it. It's fine. It's fine.
It's very fair of you.
While all this is
Free-balling.
going on, Irina leads you back to the house, Draven, and then goes inside and starts throwing, couple changes of clothes for her, couple changes of clothes for Ismark. Throws them into 2 okay-sized chests, and then in one of the chests she also throws whatever food was in there, including she gets out a bottle of wine. It doesn't look full, but she pulls it out and she looks at it for a moment and shrugs her shoulders at you, holds it up.
Sure, why not?
I mean,
Why?
why not indeed? And puts it in the trunk as well. She says, so, what brought you here to Barovia?
You mean how I got here? I have no idea.
Unfortunately, I've heard that before. It's happened to a lot of
What
people.
do you mean? You've heard it before?
There's been groups like yours that have come and gone. The man
Ah,
that
I see.
Donovich was speaking of was one such man. And, have you told any of your party that you're a vampire?
Excuse me?
She says that as she opens a drawer and pulls out a very beautifully silver knife and sets it on the table.
Is this foreshadowing? Going to stab me?
That depends. What's your goal?
Hmm. Honestly, I don't want this anymore. If I'm being perfectly honest.
Hmm. So your goal is to get rid of it.
I mean, I'm going to try. I don't know how I acquired these abilities or anything.
Roll a persuasion. Of course you would natural 20 this. Son of a bitch. Of course you would.
Oh yeah.
I mean, as the DM, I know it's the God's honest truth. So, like,
Oh,
she looks you, like, dead in the eyes, and it bores into you. She takes the knife and slips it into a sheath on her back. Okay.
So how did you find out?
She takes a deep breath. I unfortunately have experience. And she turns her neck aside and pulls down her collar. And there are two pretty healed bite marks.
Is that why Strahd wants you so badly? Because you're his?
I have no idea. I truly, truly wish I did. But from what I can tell, he thinks we are betrothed and he thinks he's in love with me. He also thinks he can make me love him. And the only thing about him that I would love is to see his head on a pike.
Well, that was dark. I like it.
I'm not usually one that beats around the bush, as you can tell. I don't
Yes.
know why, but I trust you and your friends.
Really, that's funny. I have a hard time trusting half of them.
Definitely Shane, I can see that for sure. He's kind of... Anyway, have you
The
told...
man left 200 gold at the end of the road. Yes, of course, Shane.
Yeah. Have you told them?
Nope.
Are you going to?
I suppose I should. I feel like some of them already suspect something, though. I did walk on the wall. I was gonna try and pass it off like I had magical boots or something. But I'm gonna have to really bullshit him.
And are you good at bullshitting?
I mean, you tell me.
Are you saying that you're bullshitting me now?
I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I'm sure you can. Well, if
Now,
you
where's
give me any
the
reason
heavy
to, I'll
lifting?
cut your throat. Come on.
Right.
She picks up one of the chests herself. Heads out. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
No, I did not.
I think
do
the only
love
one
how
I've rolled.
everyone got quiet there for a minute.
I
I'm
have been muted the
pretty
entire
sure.
time.
I heard crickets.
I muted myself because I was gonna make sounds.
I I think there were a lot of sounds and words being said and sounds being made, but we let you have your moment because we're not the worst.
Fair enough.
Look, we've all done
thanks,
this before.
True, true.
Professionals.
Eventually, the party meets up together. A very, very large man. Y'all seen Mice of Men? Think Lenny.
Oh no.
That guy.
Nobody
is
talk
out,
to him about rabbits, or I will
he
stab
has,
you.
I have
He has
not
like a
seen
huge...
Mice of Men, so I
You
have
should,
no
you
idea.
should definitely
Tell
check
me
this one.
about
It's a
the
great story.
rabbits, George.
We're gonna have rabbits, and I'm gonna pet them and take care of them. He comes
Just keep
out.
looking at the rabbits.
He's got a huge sack of rations and whatnot, and just plops them onto the cart. And he's just got a big old grin on his face, very kind looking face. Ismark hands him a silver piece. Says, "Thank you very much," and he just nods and heads off. And the horse that you guys are given is it's not like a war horse or nothing, but it'll make it to the next town.
I'm imagining
Probably.
just like the caricature horse from This Is My Horse. Horse is amazing.
Yeah.
How
That's
fast
the
does
horse
this
we
horse
have.
move?
Ismark just chuckles. Well, you don't have to worry about sprinting to keep up.
No, I will.
And the cart is big enough for the supplies that you guys are bringing. Maybe big enough for someone to sit on it, probably. Ira, not you. But yeah, if you sit on the thing, the thing's not gonna do well.
I'm
Short king,
5'5"
short
in real
king.
life. I'm 5'5" in real life, and playing tall characters sometimes makes me feel good.
she definitely a big lady.
Lily's up front
would
petting
have
the
fit in that
horse.
cart.
Lily, yes.
You start petting the horse.
Yes.
It cringes away from you.
I'm gonna have a problem.
Don't do this to Lily. Oh God. She's gonna. Can I do an animal handling check to see if I can make it better?
Sure.
Okay. 14.
14. It takes a hot minute, but eventually, the horse stops like cringing away from you and allows you to pet it. But it takes some time, and you can tell that it's uncomfortable.
Damn, I didn't take speak with animals. Fuck. Next
We got
time.
rations. I'm sure we've got some vegetables around here somewhere.
This disturbs
Ismark
Lily to
tosses
no
the apple.
end.
When I think rations, I think like beef jerky and nuts. And,
Yeah, there's
basically
Yeah.
a trail
but
medic.
there's some vegetables, there's some fruit and whatnot. Horse.
You want to
How-
eat those first.
How is everybody looking? Like our group, especially after that fight with Strahd. Is anybody other than Lily looking like absolute
Oh yeah,
death?
Ismark's still fucked up.
Could we
Yeah,
have counted that
yeah.
as a short rest?
Yes.
Yes. I will be fine. I would just use my hit dice.
I've been perfectly fine this whole time.
I'll fix that.
Stabbed in the back with a silver dagger.
Draven, listen, we're gonna talk about the blood thing. We can talk about that in private later.
I'm not there.
Well, it would be about this time that you and Arena are walking up.
Okay.
But speaking of the
Yeah,
blood
I get-
thing,
no.
how close do you get to Lily, Draven?
She's at the front.
I already know she's covered. I keep my distance.
Okay.
That's why she was on the other side of the room inside the church.
Yep. I figured you were staying away, but yeah, okay. The party starts heading out west of town and starts heading out.
Draven be at the front of the party or the back of the party or somewhere mixed in the middle?
Whatever
Damage?
keeps me farthest away from Lily.
I'm going to be at the
Ouch.
back of the party with Draven.
Lily, roll an insight check,
Okay.
please.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say, do I notice? 24.
24. You do notice he is actively avoiding you.
Yeah, Avi is going to be walking wherever Draven is walking.
I am not separating from Lily. I'm going to be as close to her as I can be.
I'm trying to decide if Lily understands why or not. Nope, never mind. I rolled for it. She has no clue.
I'm actually keeping my eye on Irina.
She seems quite relieved as soon as you guys are out of the city or town. As you reach the gates of Barovia at the west, the fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting up, well, it would be behind you. Sorry, this is coming like to the gates, so like adjust your view as such. Jutting from impenetrable woods on both sides of the road are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings to the cold tenacity to the... Oh my god, I can't fucking read! I am so sorry. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet, and they greet you with silence. The artwork I can't find on Roll20, but I will show here or attempt to. Give me a moment.
What page is it on?
Very nice.
34.
Very pretty.
30.
Anyway, it's fucking beautiful, awe-inspiring, and kind of creepy. As you all see this, and continue walking through. Let me.
We're walking through. Avi is going to very quietly turn to Draven and just say, if we get out of this, you and I do need to have this conversation. I know that I hired you for a job, but this has gone beyond anything any of us could have ever predicted, and we need to be on the same page, because I need to know that I can trust you for this.
Right.
Before too long, you guys reach a bridge. The river flows as clear as blue winter sky through the valley. An old... is that right there? Sorry. Oh my god, Dustin. Failing. As the party starts heading through here, I'll put that red circle where you guys are. As you start heading through the wooded area of this path, ahead of you, did you say who was at the head of the column?
Lily and I.
Okay. The both of you roll perception checks, please.
Nat 20. 26.
Oh, good, because I got a 6.
Making up for that one.
Lily.
Whew.
The road seems to darken ahead. And it almost seems as if the trees are getting closer and closer to the road. And before too long, just out of the edge of view, in the woods, you see a little glowing light. And then another. another, and one goes out. And then another glowing light. And they keep coming up and going out.
I reach out to Vive and silently stop him and then point ahead to the lights.
Now pointed out, Vive, you can see them as well.
Do they look like any kind of creature thing that I would potentially recognize?
I'm actually not going to make you roll for it because Vive would know very quickly. These are will-o'-the-wisps.
Oh, shit.
Well, that would be a very interesting path ahead of us.
What are they?
It is hard for me to say but I believe you call them wisps.
Wisp.
Feed of the wisps.
Interesting in a good or a bad way, Vive.
Well, it depends on how much we piss them off, but they don't tend to be something that we like to mess with.
You would know that if you more or less just leave them alone.
Perhaps
They
don't
leave
shoot
you
them
alone.
with your crossbow.
The fact of the matter is they're not the most aggressive, typically. Just don't get in their way or hurt them, and typically you can be fine.
I don't think any of us intend to hurt them.
As the party moves through, Shane, roll a d6.
Damn it.
Would they be something that we would want to leave an offering to for peace?
4. Okay.
No.
Mm.
Is you kind
Nichols?
of just like everyone, is told like, hey, just focus on the road, stay on the road, you'll be all right. Shane, as you were unfortunately number 4.
Yep.
You take a look at those lights, and they are comforting. Very comforting. And before you know it, you are stepping off of the path towards the woods.
And Avi reacts to this.
As you do, give me one moment here. Natural 20. As you do, Irina
Die.
grabs you by the shoulder. Focus now. Come on. And it takes you a sec, but you snap out of it. And she kind
My
of...
head has felt so fuzzy since the cemetery. I thought it was the wine, but I hadn't had that yet.
Yeah, you do seem sober. That must suck. I did pack some wine, so when we make camp.
You get me.
Now the question is, Irina sober?
Maybe. Oops. Didn't mean
Does
to.
she want to be?
Maybe.
I don't think she would, given that Strahd wants to marry her.
I fucked that up. Before too long, the party reaches a point where the trees seem to open back up. And you all successfully do avoid this particular area. Why can't I just grab? I just want to grab the fucking circle. You know what? Fuck you, circle. Fuck you. I'm just gonna grab a random token. As soon as everything catches up. Draven, you're the token. Alright. That's where the party is.
There we go.
Before too long, you do reach an area here. It's been a few hours on the road at this point. and pulling off to the river to give the horse water as well as take a little rest for all of you. Everybody roll perception.
All right.
I choose not
I'm
to,
not
just
seeing.
because as soon as Lily sees water, she's going to try and start cleaning her clothes.
Fair enough. You probably even can't help yourself. You get into that water. It is cold, but good cold, and it is more than refreshing. Like, it feels
I can only imagine
fucking
how
great.
itchy dried blood is going to be after hours.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
16.
16.
16.
21.
Okay.
7.
Hi, Dre.
10.
Also, real quick, I'm not seeing any tokens on my map.
I'm not
I see the
either.
map, but I see no.
Just
I
say
see
mine.
Draven. That's the only one
Yeah.
I see.
I am the moving token, so that's all you should see.
Okay.
Look for the little, like,
Yeah. Just one token.
Just making sure. I mean, I don't even see Draven's, but
Oh.
oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very small.
Yeah,
All right.
it's right there. Yeah. It's a big map.
Okay.
Okay. So,
There we go.
anyone
I'll be
who
right
got
back.
above a 20 across the river in the woods, you see first 2, then 4, then an entire pack of wolves across the river at the edge of the woods, and then one very large white wolf with red eyes sit. And as he does, the rest of them all sit. And they just watch.
That's
Don't
not
cross
disturbing
the
at all.
water. Okay, little one rule for the moment. Don't cross the water and don't piss off the wolf. I'm gonna
You're shooting it with crossbows.
probably not.
Mm-mm.
Not at the moment.
Okay, no.
Lily will smack Shane if he's within reach.
Ismark and
I don't have a crossbow.
Ismark
Just
and
as a
Arena
reminder.
both say Shane no.
I'm gonna
That
actually just stare the wolf down who sat and just nod at him.
Roll a d20. Just straight d20.
Okay,
Who's the alpha
that's an
male?
18.
18.
Damn.
The wolf looks at you, and you swear you see a smile as it gets up and turns and leaves, and one by one the wolves follow. They were there for maybe 5 minutes. Not too long later, the short rest is done. Lily, you are very clean, and you probably feel extremely good after that water.
A little cold, but other okay.
The river is just very, very clear and clean and beautiful. I would actually say in the water you felt, for the first time since you've been in Barovia, you felt good. Like nothing pressing against you evilly. That was one hell of a way to put that. I realize how that sounded in my ears. But yeah, we'll go with that. The party heads off. At this point, probably pushing 3-4 o'clock. So not terribly late. But you reach a crossroad. An old wooden gallows creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground at the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam, and a well-worn road splits here. A signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east, Sayre Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft Vallaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to the upper slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall crumbling in places partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in fog. At this point, Ismark seems to be thinking quite a bit. Which way do you think we should go?
Where do we think go from here?
If we head north, there is an encampment of people. You remember the colorful dressed folk? We met there. At the inn in Barovia. They're people. They are kind. Keep an eye on your coin purses, but...
You mean the only ones that actually wear color in Barovia?
He looks down at his clothing. That's fair.
I would get along great with them.
It is very odd that all you know is black, purple, and like gray.
Listen, it brings out my eyes. All right, all right.
It does. You have
Sorry.
very pretty
I
eyes, and you should be
apologize
proud of them.
for trying to. Anyway,
Is Barovia just filled with colorblind individuals? It's okay if it is. It's just good to know.
listen.
I do have one hesitation about us camping with other people that we do not know. If he comes back to try to claim what he believes to be his, we would only be putting those that we stayed with in danger of being hurt or killed.
That's true, but we will be safe there.
Are they
You
potentially
believe
fighters?
so, then
But
They
will
usually
they
avoid a
be?
fight, but I've also never seen any one of them attacked by a wolf or any stray animals. Why that
well,
is
you know
anyone's
these people better than us. I just needed that to be said because though I work for one who guides the dead, I would not want to be a pawn in shortening their lives.
Fair enough. He turns the cart. Leads the horse. Northern. As he heads that way, Draven. You look over at the graves. One of the graves has a really old, mostly rotten shovel leaning against it. Yeah.
I don't know if that's foreboding or not.
What is?
There's a shovel over on that grave, but it
Taking
got a
seems to be
wood-
rotting.
like the wood of it is like, it's old as shit.
Does the grave look freshly dug?
You wanna go take a look?
Yes.
Heading over that way, there's about 11 graves. Most of them are very, very well worn, and you can't read a thing. Here and there, you can read like parts of a name, maybe like Nikolai or something like that. You're not entirely sure, but they do all look freshly dug. Like
Tell how
in
fresh?
in the sense of where the dirt was placed back in, nothing has grown there.
Did they salt the ground so, like, to make it hollow or something? Nature
You
check?
have detect good and evil.
I can try and grow something there to see if it'll even happen.
You can.
If I'm asking the party.
Oops. I didn't mean to click that.
With your hands.
He's saying oops all of a sudden.
He clicked Divine Sense and didn't mean to click it.
Yes.
I know nothing about this natural phenomena. That's an 8 in total because I rolled a 4.
It's weird. It's definitely weird.
You just see Ira like looking at it very intensely.
Draven, did you want to use that ability?
Yeah, I meant to read it before I said anything, but right. I clicked on it anyways.
You do, in fact, catch a scent at one of the graves. It is the one with the shovel. You're not quite sure what it is, but you do sense something in that grave. You're not sure what would be messing with the sense. The bunch of dirt, whatever was done to the dirt that makes shit not grow there, you're not sure. But
Probably
Well,
the wisps.
I'm getting something from this one with a shovel.
I have a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
And I would like to make a perception check to see if there was any like movement in the dirt or sound or something indicating that there may be a living thing in this grave.
roll perception.
23.
I was thinking
23.
non-living.
There doesn't seem to be any other disturbance other than the fact that nothing is growing there. You don't see any footprints nearby or nothing like that.
Does the grave say anything?
You can make out an S, but somewhere in the name there was an S. It's about all you can get.
Don't touch the shovel.
Raven? No.
If it makes you feel better.
Bobby's just gonna fucking look over at Shane like, really?
You didn't get any like bad sense from like anything else around you, other than like the general sense of wow, this entire land is like but
On fresh graves, you know,
Yeah.
the usual.
So the moment when Shane said that, Draven's gonna like cock his head over the back of his shoulder and just give Shane like a dead stare. Yep, I'm doing this.
What Bobby has right now
Yeah.
just to stab Shane is so real.
Take it out.
I have
very
8 temporary hit
specifically
points.
take out
Feel
her
free.
dagger and like cut into the rotting wood
Draven
I'm gonna
steps.
summon my
while
back weapon.
making eye contact with Shane.
Draven steps
Sorry.
onto the grave and starts digging with his hands.
All
I
right.
want to point it out. I have not made the most stupid choices here.
That's true. Yet. Go ahead and give me a athletics check. We'll see how long it takes you. If anyone wants to join in, you can do it with advantage.
I would like to just hand him my trowel.
This'll help.
Ira will also
It's not
join
much,
in.
but it's something.
I'm gonna summon my pact weapon as a shovel and hand it to him.
19. 14 plus 5.
Lily will
You
help
all
him.
lost your
I'll allow it.
minds?
I'll allow it.
I mean,
This is fresh shovel.
Before too long.
No, this is a terrible idea. Avi, stay back here with me. This is an awful idea. Let them get hit first, and then we'll clean up the mess.
Lily can
Bobby
see
just
that this
turns
is
to-
bothering Draven, so she wants to help.
Avi just turns to the invisible camera and is just like,
so
Kill Scratch. This
"Gonna
was the
fall,
moment.
y'all."
when you say there's an S in this name, by the location on the tombstone, are we able to see if it's like at the beginning of a name, somewhere kind of in the middle, at the end of a name? Like, not necessarily whether it's first or last, but like by the positioning on the tombstone.
With your 23, it was either at the beginning of a name or it was at the end. So like the beginning of a last name or the end of the first name.
It's the
It's kind of in the center-ish. But it really doesn't take too long at all. I mean, y'all are pretty fit and working together. It doesn't take too terribly long.
Hell we are.
You do reach a very old coffin. And as you get through that, it very easily, like, you try to open it, and it kind of, like, pulls off the wood in pieces. It is that old. Inside, you do
This also
see...
tracks because Ira's probably the one trying to open it.
You do see inside it is rotted bones and the remains of clothing. The biggest thing that catches your eye is there is a single, not small, book that seems to be completely and totally untouched by time.
I desummon my pact weapon out of Draven's hand and back into my extra dimensional space.
Burn, baby, burn.
She's just holding her staff like this. She's ready.
Ira? You or me?
Neither. What are you doing?
Ira,
We don't have time for
Whoa.
this.
Were your
And it's
senses tingling
dangerous.
over this thing, or
Yes.
Don't
do your
touch it.
senses tell you whether it's good or whether it's evil?
I didn't necessarily sense that it was evil. I just picked up something on my radar, I suppose.
Okay. Well, you can heal people. So probably me.
I mean, I don't mind.
Fair enough.
I've touched worse
So-
as a soldier.
Ira, you pick it up and it's kind of heavy. Let me. There should be a description of it. Give me just a moment.
Stat block.
It's a mimic. Oh no. No, I am
You
absolutely
fight the
kidding.
book.
Wait. It is a mimic.
Don't be a mimic. Don't be a mimic. Don't be a mimic. Don't be.
All right.
I just conveniently happen to be using my mimic bag.
It is a brown book that is clasped shut with what looks to be a lock. However, the lock is open. The pages are of parchment and very brittle. Most of the book seems to be intact. but the outside of the book, like I said, is completely untouched by time. It is bound in thick leather with steel hinges and fastenings.
She's going to gingerly open the book.
As you open it up, it doesn't take long before you realize this book was written in a very beautiful handwriting by Strahd. It begins, I am the ancient, I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of this past. I was the warrior, I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the warmth of a just god. But the war years and killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of the God's grace or justice. From there, a lot of it is kind of written by shorthand, and you could eventually get it read all the way through, but it'll take some time. I'll actually show you what the book looks like and what you all see.
Do we all read that?
No, that's what's in my hand.
You can see the book in her hand. Congratulations, you have the Tome of Strahd.
Oh, we
I
burn
don't
it.
know how to feel about this. I feel like this is important, but at the same time, I also feel like this is very dangerous.
We get a
But
vibe
we burn
check.
it. Or throw it in the river.
Oh, that shit is as evil as it can be. But
Right.
here's the question, and this is a bad idea. If he wrote it, there is potentially something in it we can use. But what I don't know is what power it holds. I don't know if the better idea is to burn it and throw it to the bottom of the river. Or to try and get a leg up.
Irina
And
says,
yes.
Personally,
My question. Sorry.
I wouldn't mind burning it, but the encampment that we're heading to, there's an old woman there that might know something about this. I say we get word from her, and if she says burn it, then we burn it.
This thing also looks like it's been here as long as this body, but it doesn't have any damage to it. I don't think this thing can be destroyed by mere means.
My question is, how do we know that this was not a trap laid by Strahd? As this grave has nothing growing on it, has a shovel just sticking in the top of it, how do we know that he didn't plant it here for us to find, to be curious, and take, and set us up for something?
To be fair, Avi, if he wanted us dead, I think he could just show up and kill us.
Can I insight check
I agree,
Irina?
but
Yeah.
I think he is playing with us like a cat plays with its prey.
Lily, rubs her throat a little.
Ismark chimes in on that. Oh, of that, there is no doubt.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
It is that kind of night.
When you take a look at her as she's talking about that book and she's not taking her eyes off it, even with a natural 20, it is difficult to tell what she's feeling because she's seems to be feeling a bit of everything at once. But one thing pokes through more than anything else. Fear. At what? At the book? At Strahd himself? You're not sure. One other thing that you would see would be determination. And that's what you get from someone who's usually pretty good at hiding her shit, so well done.
I am someone who's pretty good at seeing through shit.
It's true.
She saw right through me. Hey,
If you all are done playing in the dirt, we should probably get going.
I second that.
Yeah, Ira puts the book in her pack and
Out
pulls
of the
herself
hole.
up. Yeah, because it's like 6 feet under, right?
Yeah.
Is the
Ish.
saying? Is she's 6'4", so she just kind of like pulls
Shane
herself.
totally reaches. Shane totally reaches in to help. Uselessly.
like, oh yeah, I got you.
Come on, come on. Get out of there.
You
I don't think the book
you
is
don't
a
get
trap. I think
too
the
far.
book is the bait.
You don't get too far until you hear a creaking noise behind you, coming from the gallows. Where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly, so that it can fix its dead eyes upon you. Draven,
Lovely.
you see your face looking back at you.
James is gonna stop moving and just look at it.
Ivan?
Its dead eyes look directly at you as well.
Do I see this too? Because I assume that I follow his stare.
The rest of you turn and you see a Barovian man hanging from the noose.
Okay, James is gonna keep walking, not pause for too long, but keeping an eye on it.
When you knew?
You
Oh, sorry.
feel something looking at you as you're walking away. And eventually, the feeling does go away. Before too long, you guys find yourselves at the encampment. The road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to the black clouds boiling far above. There's a clearing here, next to the river, that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, and each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Holy fuck. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around the bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. I'll put you all there. Yeah, put your tokens there. Give me a sec. Yeah, as you pull up, there is music, singing going on. I wouldn't call it jovial, but not exactly depressing either.
Is it just black for everyone else?
Yeah, it is.
Me?
I haven't put the
Yes.
tokens on
Okay.
there. Give me a sec. You walk up, and one of the brightly clad men walk up. Taller guy, looks very built, and he smiles. Good evening to you all. Happy to have you at our fire. And where do you come from?
Elsewhere.
We just came from the town.
I see. Well, it's some time until the next town. You are all welcome to share the warmth of our fire and the joy of our songs. Before too long, another one, younger, walks up to the first one and kind of whispers in his ear, and he looks back. I see. Madame Ava is expecting you. And he gestures to the tent by the river.
Well then,
I'll go.
Yeah, Ira's gonna go.
best not keep her waiting.
The younger boy walks up to Ismark. I'll take care of your horse. And he pets the horse very kindly and takes it.
What are we naming this horse, guys?
I don't know. What do you want to name the horse?
Dad,
Friday.
No. Gosh. Tuesday. Okay.
it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
I see what you did. I see what you did there. Well,
Is it a white horse?
brown.
Yeah, I was thinking like this dusty brown color.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach the tent, is anyone not going inside?
I'll go
Sometimes
inside,
people decide not.
but I want to, as inconspicuously as possible, keep myself in between Lily and Arena.
Fair enough.
I will go inside, but leave Jessamy outside the tent to
Okay.
stand guard and let me know if anybody is going to try to come in.
For future use, roll perception for Jessamine. But other than that, everyone going inside?
Yeah.
Alright. Magic flames cast a reddish
15.
glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you've arrived. Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips. So good to see you all here. I've been waiting for some time. You sure take your sweet time about it. It's what I'm trying to get at.
You know, sometimes it's nice if you're actually waiting for people to extend an invitation that includes a time and a place, because then they will show up.
Fair enough, dear Vi.
Directions.
Fair enough.
Directions help.
Now then.
How do you know my name?
Oh, I know many things. Some would say I know everything, but they'd be wrong. But,
Are you the one who brought us here?
oh dear. No. I would not bring such a fate on anyone.
Know who did?
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I also want a vibe check.
Oh, are we doing a vibe check? Okay.
We're doing a vibe check.
18.
18, okay.
So,
No, that is a nat one.
Pretty 20.
Dirty 20.
I was
Alright.
like, I trust this old lady. She seems nice. She's
Yeah.
This
probably
lady,
got
too.
cookies.
all of you look at this lady's face. Maybe a tinge of madness.
Ooh.
But maybe that madness is just knowing or knowledge. It's really hard to play. You cannot read this chick. She picks up a deck of cards that look like this.
No.
But
Can I draw my own Taraka?
luckily, what I do not know, these certainly do. And she begins shuffling the cards in both hands, flipping and turning them, twisting and spinning them, throwing them into the air and catching them. She extremely nimble for a woman of her age.
I also love poker.
See, they don't let
You
me
wouldn't
play
want to play
anymore.
with me, boy. And she
Ah.
places, she wafts her hand over the table, and as she does, a few cards place themselves on the table in kind of a cross. One here, left, up, right, down, and then one in the middle. Now then, let's receive some answers, shall we? Unless any one of you are too afraid of knowledge.
A big fan.
She closes her eyes. And opens them, but when she does, you see no longer pupils. You see just whites. Now then. I didn't expect to get here this fast, so I'm not 100% ready, but give me a minute.
Well, you know.
No, I don't like that.
How long has she
I don't
possibly been waiting?
like that.
Chrissy, wake up.
Chrissy, wake
I
up.
don't like this.
You watch it
Chrissy,
as her
wake
hand
up.
reaches, her elbow snaps. Her no, I'm fucking. She reaches for the left card and turns it. This card tells of history. Knowledge of an ancient evil will help you better understand your enemy. She shows the card. The thief. As she pulls it over. Boy, did I write down which page? I did. Look at that. Proud of me. Of course, I wrote it on the wrong one, but that's fine. Where the fuck is it? There it is. What you seek is at the crossroads of life and death, among the buried dead. But of course, and she points a gnarled finger at Ira, this is already known. She reaches and turns the next card and shows this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope, and shows the abjurer. Boy, I really wish this would go a lot more smooth.
Okay, Eva, take your time. You've been waiting a while for us.
Fair enough.
Okay.
You think she'd have practice by now?
The second
Alright,
one I pulled was actually the Abjurer as well.
Oh.
Cards tell the story.
I see a fallen house, guarded by a great stone dragon. Look to its highest peak. The third card she draws This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. She reveals the beggar. A wounded elf is what you seek. He will part with the treasure to see his dreams fulfilled. The third card she turns and reveals the artifact card. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. Look for an entertaining man with a monkey. This man is more than he seems. She then reaches for the final card. She looks sightlessly at all of you. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose power are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. She pulls the card to reveal the mists. This card can't see where evil lurks. The mists obscure all. She waves her hands over the cards. They lift into the air and begin rotating. Remember these cards. And it's about now that you realize that that cracking voice that she had almost seems younger and stronger. Never lose sight of yourselves. Even when things seem the darkest, there is always a little light somewhere. She waves her hand once more and the cards rejoin the deck. She blinks her eyes, and they are now once again pupilled. Well then, that was revealing, wasn't it?
That was so much cooler than my magic trick.
Oh, dear boy. That was no magic. That was simply truth.
That's the most dangerous magic of all.
My dear Shane, you would know that more than most, wouldn't you? Secrets you all have. But it's secrets that can destroy. But it's also secrets that can save.
He's just
Cryptic
going
enough for
to.
ya?
I like this one.
Is Draven in the tent with us? I can't remember.
Everybody.
Yeah, okay. When she says that, Avi's just gonna like look at Draven and then look back at her. Just real, just.
So does Arena.
Shane's gonna look at Vive and be like,
Vive's looking at Lily.
Look, I failed my Vive check. So
All the
I'm
Spider-Man's
still
just staring at it and pointing.
I'm still looking for those fucking cookies, apparently.
Lily's trying not to look at Vive.
Eva, you have any cookies?
You are all connected in a way that none of you yet see. And I hope For your sakes, it doesn't take long to figure it out. She then takes a very long blink. I think it's time for you to go.
I mean, do you want to give us a hint? Just like a little nudge down the path. Like maybe we could figure it out if we have like what's the first letter?
We have a sweat lodge nearby. We could all just hang out with each other for like 8 hours or so.
At that, she smiles. Now then. You really don't think I'd be that easy, do you?
What? Never hurts to ask.
Very true.
The worst someone can say is no.
Most of the time, the worst thing they can say is, "What are you doing here? Get out, or I will beat you with my sword."
Ira,
Worst they could say is a power
If
word
only.
kill.
that were the worst thing one could say.
Sometimes the worst they say is yes.
And she makes a shooing motion.
Just grab Shane and just pull him out of the tent.
Ira at this point is just going to pick Shane up by the scruff of his
No, I already did that. I already grabbed him and pulled him out.
We're fighting over who gets to pull Shane out of there. Let's go. Everybody
I
just,
said it first.
just chain it. Just chain it. Everybody pull Shane.
We all just pick him up and transfer him to the next person.
a sad puppy and like have him dangle.
It's a fireman's line.
You do get outside. Jessamine didn't see anything out of the ordinary. There's people running around, doing people stuff. I don't know. There is that same person that was originally greeted you comes up. Come. Dinner was served while you were in there. You're all welcome. It's not the greatest stew in the world, but it fills you.
Appreciated. Thank you.
What do they call you, sir?
I don't fucking know.
Name generator.
Carl?
Chad.
Chad? Kyle?
I'm going to call you Chad.
That does not feel like a Chad.
The name is Dragos.
That's the point.
Oh,
Dragos.
fancy
Pleasure
name.
to meet you.
And you as well. And he gestures to some empty seats around the fire, and it's a pretty good sized fire. It's quite warm. As you sit around, an older one of them smiles. I think it's time for a story. And you hear many cups raised to that. A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. And he kind of just vaguely gestures. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the Devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet, by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the Devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body, to see if he had anything of value, of course. But the river Ivlis had already spirited him away. You hear no more toasts as he is given a drink and drinks away. The rest of the night passes without too much incident. The food, as stated, not the greatest stew in the world, but quite serviceable. There is wine passed around. Better wine than there was in the town.
Is there salt?
Dragos, this is fantastic. Thank you so much.
Of course. Hospitality is important to us. Now then, you are headed to Vallaki, yes?
That is yet to be decided.
Well, just in case, and just then, you all hear voices. We need aid! We need aid! You look over, and two colorfully dressed men with quivers and what look to be hunting bows come running up. One of them with a man in his arms. As they run up, they place the man on the ground. The man is just wailing in pain. Help me! I've been bitten. My life. It is leaving me. I can see the light. I'm walking towards it.
I'm going to go closer to Mr. Drama and just cast Healing Word. It was going to be Cure Wounds, but he's being all the drama, so it's Healing Word now.
You walk up.
Draven backs way the fuck up.
Roll a con save, Draven.
Fuck.
As you go towards there, you see it's a well-dressed, kind of noble-looking man.
18. 15
18.
plus.
You're good. Lucky you. Was kind of hoping you roll low on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
But as you get up to him, you see that he looks like he was bit on his leg. I mean, it looks like it probably hurts like hell, but
Ira's gonna just walk up to him, flick him on the nose, and as she flicks him, she's using lay on hands. The 3 points of lay on hands I have.
Fair enough.
I just look at him and go, stop crying, and through that cast my Healing Word,
Gotcha.
which is 6 HP.
You all have the best bedside manner ever.
through this, you watch the blood flow stop, and the bite marks seal up. Oh my! An angel and a wonderful man come to save my pitiful life. I thank you. As he passes out. Yeah, that exact face that
Why
man
do
just
you
had,
get
the
angel and I'm
entire,
just
like,
a guy?
everybody around has that face.
Because technically, Ira is an angel. She's a fallen one.
Yeah, but like I'm not just like a guy. You get the angel and I get some dude. What the
Could
heck?
have been a goat.
That's true. It could have been worse.
It could be the not wearing pants.
Oh, group hydrate. Oh shit, I'm almost out of pop.
I feel like
Chainmail
they would
wearing
realize
Almost.
because of the lack of pants that I am not just the guy.
You are
one of the
the
guys
guy
that
vibe.
one of the guys that brought him in. We came upon him while we were hunting for food. There was a pack of wolves. The 2 men that he had with him didn't make it. But we were able to chase them off before they got to him.
Is there
Those
a
wolves?
white wolf among them?
And they kind of look at each other. Not that we saw, no.
I mean, those wolves were really easy to deal with. I just kind of stared at them and nodded and they walked away. So, like, this guy obviously doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to wild animals.
Not a
Does it look like a wolf bite on his leg, or does it look
A
like something
raccoon
different?
bite, maybe?
No, wolf bite. I mean,
Okay.
you being a druid, you'd probably tell that pretty easily.
Okay.
It's, if not, a large ass dog. But they look at him and they just go, honestly, I think if this man got a paper cut, he would react the same.
He's still fainted on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Ira kind of just like, she doesn't kick him, she kind of just like pushes
Nudges.
him with her shoe.
More or less nudges.
do something.
Yeah.
You see no reaction. He is unconscious.
Baby back bitch.
The Drago walks up. I guess take him to my wagon. He can rest there. And the one of the bigger hunter ones picks him up, takes him to a wagon nearby. Drago. Sorry about that. Vallaki, yes. If you wished, we could accompany you on the way. We have things to sell there. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to stop by the village anyway.
That would
Windmill.
be appreciated.
All right. We will leave in the morning then. Not all of us, only a few with the trade wagon. And I guess now him. So. Personally, I don't want to leave him at the camp.
I can't say I blame you. Put him back where he belongs.
He kind
Like
of just
a baby bird.
he kind of just pats your shoulder. I'm glad you get it.
Why
That's
was
what
he
you-
out here?
Well,
Some
hopefully
question.
we'll find out in the morning. As you all, you're given a couple of tents to split yourselves between, for comfortable place to sleep.
Are these tents long?
Huh?
Your feet stick out.
They are big enough for you, Ira. Yes.
That's okay.
Leave it.
Just getting that image of the Emperor's New Groove with
Yeah.
Kronk with the tent was over his face.
No, the tent was over his waist
Mhm.
Yes.
because he
Over his
was.
waist, that's right.
Because he had
He was
pitching
pitching
it.
That's right, that's right.
Yep.
Yep,
Disney
that's
went
right, I
there.
forgot.
Yeah, they sure did.
At some point, I would like to give Ira, Avi, and Draven 30 gold for their share of me selling the jewelry.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
And then that healing potion that you got, it is just a normal healing potion.
That healing potion I want to give to Shane.
Okay.
Um,
Shane, you have a healing potion.
Even Shane looks
Remember-
surprised.
Remember, we
I'm gonna-
also had 4 healing potions from.
Yeah,
the,
I have
Yeah, you have a
2
total
of
of
them.
5 now.
Yeah, I've got 2.
I'm gonna put that with
Okay.
the paperwork in my pocket. I have a
Yeah.
feeling it is for a specific reason.
All I have to say about it is I understand where your priorities are, and if that is what you must choose, you should have the ability to do so.
I very much appreciate that.
Can Avi get one of those healing potions too? In case I have to shove it down Shane's face.
I have not talked to Avi about healing anybody. That's the only one I've talked to people about.
I was there when you purchased them, right?
I only purchased one.
Oh, I thought you
got
got
the
a
other 2
couple.
from the house. I have a couple,
Oh,
but I
okay.
only purchased one.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
As you all lay down to sleep, Lily.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
I would like to go lay the cloak of protection over her.
Hey, get a
She didn't-
fucking picture of that.
Did you just get a 1 again?
I got
Tell
a
me you got
1.
a 1 again.
I'm
Fuck
taking
yes.
a picture of it. God
Fuck
damn it.
yes.
You were literally flip-flopping. You go from 1s to 20s tonight.
This thing cannot roll anything else, I swear.
I'm so excited for this.
Oh god.
Oh,
I'm not.
No.
Grabbing the popcorn.
Lily,
Oh,
you
Let me
find
make
yourself.
another drink real quick.
Lily, you find yourself once again in your forest. But this time, it is not as it should be. Everything all around you is dead. There is no life. You look above. There are no stars, no moon. The earth beneath your feet feels cold and lifeless. You hear footsteps behind you. A moment. Lily, so glad to see you again. I've been waiting. How are you?
Terrified to even move. What the fuck? She
You turn. to see-
recognize this presence?
You do. From the first dream. The shapeless shadow. With eyes and a grin. You were in danger
You-
earlier. I could feel it. Are you alright?
She stammers on her words. She doesn't know what to say. Doesn't want to say anything.
It's alright, Lily. I protected you. I will protect you. From now on.
They didn't agree to this.
Oh. You think you had a chance? Lily, you are in Barovia. There are many things out here that can kill you in an instant. And without me, it would have.
Did you bring us here?
The smile widens. Don't worry, Lily. Everything will be fine. Sleep now. And rest. I'll be with you.
Oh God. That made it so much worse. So Lily is sleeping in a cold sweat.
You do, but you do get your long rest.
Ah.
Draven, I would like a wisdom save from you as well.
Well, I have no idea where my dice went.
Over there. No, not right there. Yeah, other side.
So
Yeah.
it's got to be that.
20.
To the left.
20.
Joe.
Ah,
sir.
dang. Nice.
You
Wow.
feel a presence pressing against
Mm.
your mind. Involuntarily, you feel yourself giving off a divine sense. And you feel utter terror outside your mind. And the stench of evil. However, you cannot tell if this is celestial, fiend, or undead. It smells something different. You can allow it in if you wish. Now, real quick, I understand the struggle that the player wants to know, and you want to say let it in, but what would Draven do? I understand the struggle.
WWDD.
What would Draven do?
Come at me.
You open your mind?
Yes.
Alright. You find yourself back in the bedroom, covered in blood, the body laying there. You look out the door as it opens, and outside, 2 more dead bodies, slumped against the wall, blood sprayed everywhere. Stepping through the door is a formless shadow that suddenly takes shape. Your shape. And you see cold, dead eyes, just like the one you saw hanging in the gallows.
What do you want of me?
Draven, it is what you are wanting from me. I hear you've been looking for me.
So you did this to me.
And I hear you took an oath to get rid of my gift.
Explain to me how you would say this is a gift. Feeding on blood is not normal.
Are you not stronger? Are you not faster? Do you not smile when you think of how powerful you are? Tell me if that's anything but a gift.
I suppose you're right, although perverse.
Of course I'm right. And yet you spit in my face. As he walks towards you, the form shifts slightly back to an amorphous space. And it almost takes effort to get back into your shape.
So why me?
Why not? I knew you could handle it. You could hone it into something great. And you, Draven Dresky, could stand at the top of the night. How about a deal?
I'm listening.
Become powerful. Become everything you can. And if you find yourself at the top, I will show you my face. And I will stand in front of you. If you still think you should kill me for what I've given you, I'll allow.
Fair.
But if you should decide otherwise, you will let me out. Deal?
Deal.
The smile spreads across the face. I knew I chose right. The dream fades. Or at least most of it. You still stay in the bedroom, looking at the bed, as you do most nights. And you continue your sleep. Shane. In the tavern. Come walking through the door, calmly. The familiar shape of your patron comes and sits down and takes a long drink from his own tankard of ale.
How have you been?
Busy.
I imagine.
I believe I've kept my end of the bargain so far, don't you?
You most certainly have.
I did tell you that I would help you protect your friend.
Did. I failed on that end.
But I did not.
You did not.
I feel like you don't trust me, Shane.
There is one thing I know you know about me. That's that I don't trust anyone. Least of all myself.
Very true. Only time will tell, I suppose. What I've done for you as well.
Yes.
Till then, try and be sane.
I do have one question. If I may be so bold.
Nods.
Why did you bring us here?
A small smile crosses the face. Only time will tell. And the figure fades away. Vive. I would like a wisdom saving throw from you.
Okay. I have a +6 to this.
Just want to say that I just love watching Meg's face during all of this. Because I can't hear what she says, but sometimes I can read their lips, and it's great.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit!
Whew!
Thankfully,
Folks and fellas.
Thankfully, you find yourself in a grove. Familiar grove. One that you were supposed to be in many weeks ago. Stepping out from the woods is a familiar figure. Dressed in a beautiful black dress that shimmers and shines. Her hair put up in a beautifully made bun, held in by metal pins made to look like leaves. Hello, Vive.
Hello. How are you doing?
Better than you, I think.
That is true.
I won't lie to you, Vi. You're not in a safe place. And I don't know how much of my power I can give you to protect you.
I know. I can feel it. But I will do it.
She looks around the grove. What were you going to say?
I will do what I can. Whether I am weaker here or whether I cannot reach you as easily, but I will do what I can to keep her safe.
She looks around the grove, realizing where you are. Eventually, Vive, you'll have to let go of the guilt.
I do not think I have the strength for that.
She places her hand on your cheek. It's comforting, very comforting. Something much like Lily felt in the river, something you haven't felt since you've been in this place. I know, child. But I know that you are much stronger than you ever believed you would be.
One day I hope I have the understanding and the distance to live up to that strength.
Until that day, Vi, you have me, and I'll be with you. She gives you a kiss on the forehead, and she's gone. You sit in the glaive, and you wait. Even though you know it's too late. Eventually, the party wakes to the smell of.
I do have something I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
When Avi went to sleep, she did pray to the Raven Queen for guidance. She straight up called to her.
Roll a religion check.
Okay.
14. Neither you nor Ira get any visit in your dreams. You sleep comfortably. As comfortably as you can in this situation. But a full night's rest is had. And in the morning, bacon and eggs are made in a very large skillet for everyone who wishes to have it. Before too long, the well-dressed man steps out to the wagon, kind of puts himself together. Well then, let's eat. And that's where we'll call it tonight.
I have something I need to do over
You, I love it.
Oh boy.
Everybody can breathe
my
now.
goodness.
You, I love it. God damn it.
With that, that concludes the end of the fifth episode. Fifth episode. Wow, so much has happened. We're barely getting started.
And so much RP will follow.
I know, I
Mhm.
know. Yeah, it's just getting deeper and deeper. Unclenched butt cheeks. You know, everybody.
I refuse.
Never. Vibe is always clenched.
That is why he has an ass of steel.
He does have good glutes.
To everybody watching,
She
I
would
very
know.
much appreciate all the support and everything that you give the channel and the show itself and everybody that plays. I do kind of plan on maybe getting some new things in the future. Maybe focusing a little more on the YouTubes, posting some shorts or clips from the games. I'm working on that. Dustin doesn't know how to edit shit, so I'll figure it out. Till then, I appreciate everybody coming by. I will play the ending slide, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a great night.